Or say, hey guys, it's Klaus. Welcome back to another video. Are you in the mood for some fun today? Are you in the mood for some fun? Well, let's have some fun because I'll tell you, Power Smoke 94 from the XGD clan. Shout out to you guys! Is gonna have some fun because he has landed himself in a game in his new premium tank, Tier 8, Swedish medium tank. Top tier. He's top tier in this 3, 5, 7 matchmaking. Look at that. There's only 3 tier 8s. There's a bunch of tier 7s and some tier 6s. It's this is what you hope for when, especially when you buy a premium tank. And he's just bought this thing. And finally, he's his first game, but he wasn't really sure how to play the tank, so he didn't do very well. And he played a bunch of other games, and he was not. He got some pretty bad matchmaking, but now he is fumbled his way into another game where he is top tier and sent this in because every now and then, doesn't happen often, you guys can tell me the statistics, but I'm gonna guess 10% of the time you end up, because you can end up in games where you're top tier but they're all tier 8s, or there's tier 8s and 7s, but in this particular game he's top tier with lots of tier 7s and 6s, and he's going to use the high alpha on this gun, the mobility, the gun depression, all those stats. You guys know the Larson C, right? Look, he's going to... Oh, he was a little late in getting his first shot there. It does have kind of a... the aim time is a little long. Shell velocity is not great, but, it's overall, when you're top tier, is your time to shine. You can be a star when you're top tier. Watch this. Watch. Yeah? Take that. Weren't expecting 328, were ya? So, let's watch his game here. Have a little fun, right? This is what this game is about. Fun. And so what if you only have fun 10% of the time, and the rest of the time you're middle or bottom tier, fighting mouses and Object 268 version 4s and all those other tier 10 tanks, however many of them there are. Let's see if he can feather. Oh, he bounced on that Progetto. Okay, well. He's a little bit of a slow start, but let me tell you, he makes a difference in this game. Watch what happens here. He's moved into the north. Looking at his team has kind of lost that southwest portion of the map, so he's going to have to make a move soon here. And he has the situational awareness, the map awareness to know. He's looking at the map, see, and he's pinging. So he's going because he realizes they're going to lose that south part, so he might as well move in. Even though he's spotted, he bounces the shot. Oh, he takes a hit, but he's going to take this. There he is. He's stunned. I think he was pointing his armor at those enemies, or what was he doing? Oh, he's driven up on. What are you doing? I'm not sure what he's doing, but he knew enough that he needs to win the north here. A little bit of a what the hell is going on moment there, but here he goes. He's moving forward. They're winning 5-3. All they got to do is mop up quickly here before those guys that won the south can move in. Oh, he's got the artillery. That guy that stunned him, take that. And with this gun, it only takes one shot. The power of this tank. You can't bounce shots, but, I mean, your gun does pretty good. Here goes another artillery. Let's watch this. Spotted. Who cares? Take that. One shot. Here he goes. He's he's spamming the premium ammo. Like a motherfucker. Look at this, on the move. Shoot you. Ram you. Oh, it's a tier 6. Maybe your mommy should buy you a tier 8 premium tank. There you go. And wow, there's another guy there. It's a TD. Watch this. Off the cliff, the flying leaping shot. Yes! And his teammate comes in to help. It's a runaway. 10-6. It's an easy victory. They're gonna. Oh, there's somebody else. He's got to kill this guy. It's all happening so fast here now. Look at this. Another artillery. Is he going to get 3? Yes, he gets 3 artillery kills. He moves in here on the move. There's one more guy. What is that? A Type 58. He has no chance. Oh, boy. Here he goes. And he types in, LOL, GG. It's a win. Boom. He's got him. And they're going to cap it out for victory as top tier. We'll watch another game because that was pretty short. But look at that, eh? Amazing. Oh, what was that? Oh. Well, there was a more highly skilled player on the enemy team, a player that understands how this game works, and he did use his superior skill to make the correct choice before starting the game. He understood that, well, why spend $40 on a kind of an average tank when you could spend $60 and get a really good one? Let me introduce you to C. Donkey 87 from the Tough Clan. Up to you guys in his defender. Let's join his game as he and his teammates round the southern horn here to no opposition. Let's watch the game from his perspective. Did I mention this is a multi-perspective video? Let's see how he did. Oh, he spotted a Russian tank, a KV-2R. That's another premium tank. That one's not very expensive, but managed to do 354 damage to him. That tier 6 tank. Oh boy, okay, now he has to fight a tech tree tank. Another top tier tank, a heavy tank. Let's see how he does. Well, he's bounced. He's bounced a shot from him. Now he's going to engage this regular tank that you could just grind for free. He's bounced another 390. Let's see if he can penetrate this tank in the front. Yes, easily. Well, because that ISM is free. And so is obviously going to have a much harder time doing damage. Yes, he's bounced another shot, and now he can easily take him out by just face hugging him and just shooting. He also bounced a shot from his teammate. His tracks absorbed that one. He has expensive tracks, and they do absorb lots of damage. Now he has to face this KV-2R. He has to be careful of him because that one costs about 20 bucks and is able to damage him. Let's see, he approaches carefully. He rounds the house here. He's aiming. Oh, yes, he's going to have a good shot here on the side. Yes. A nice shot into the side of that. And he bounces a shot and bounces a shot from his rear. The Hellcat obviously bounces off his rear. Well, the Hellcat is, it's American and it's free. There's no chance he's going to be able to pen him. And he takes out the KV-2R. Let's see what he does now. Oh, there's an IS-2. There's two. Oh, he's been stunned. Artillery can stun him. He notices that there's a teammate, a German tank that is daring to fight two enemies. Well, he has to do something about this. Let's see what he does here. Well, that German tank, what is he doing? Just kill the German tank so that you can fight the two enemies on your own. You don't need a silly tech tree German tank getting in the way. Okay, now he has control of the situation. He can easily auto-lock, bounce a shot from the T-43, kill this guy, and then use his rear armor to block more shots from this T-43. Let's see how he does here. Just slowly turn and shoot him. Well, you missed. It helps if you aim. You do have to aim the gun. But that expensive armor is coming in handy now. He's bouncing shot after shot after shot. He's bounced 360. His own artillery has stunned him. Well, there's no need for that. There's no need for artillery to be damaging expensive tanks. They will be rebalancing and changing artillery soon in an upcoming patch. Let's see if he could. Yes, he's bounced another shot from the T-43 and just auto-locks and takes him out. It's right about now that Power Smoke in his Larson C is typing GG, LOL GG, as he enters the cap. He was sure of imminent victory as he sat there in the cap, but he was unaware of the more highly skilled player that snaps him as he's invisible. And his less expensive tank had no chance of bouncing that shot. And now C. Donkey in his defender has found himself alone, 1 versus 7. But he is feeling confident because his tank is more expensive than all of the other enemy remaining tanks combined. And he surges forward now versus this poor little T-43, whatever. Is it Italian? It is Italian. Well, C. Donkey is now going to use the strategy of moving forward using the W key and auto-locking using the right mouse button click. This is a strategy that's very effective, especially when you're driving a very expensive tank. Versus tanks that are not very expensive. Let's see how it works now. He's moving forward. He has auto-locked, and yes, it has worked perfectly there as his expensive tracks absorb another shot. There is another enemy. Let's see if he can do it again. He's using the W key. His expensive armor is bouncing. He has auto-locked, and let's see how he does here. The W key is working well. He is moving forward. There he goes. Oh, he's taken a hit from behind. He did take out the Hellcat, but he took a hit from behind. He's possibly a little bit too slow. This tank may require a buff. He was not able to round that corner and avoid getting shot. Oh, no, look at this. He is now facing another tank that is, well, it's not very expensive, but it does cost money. So let's see what happens. Oh, it was able to deflect his damage, but his expensive tracks worked once again in absorbing the enemy fire. The enemy now bounces on his more expensive armor, and he can easily now, well, he low rolled because that tank does cost some money. And as the saying goes, you do get what you pay for. Let's see what he does now. He is he going to use the strat? Yes, he's pressing the W key. Is he going to use the auto lock? Yes, he's got the W key. He's got the auto lock on. He's deflected a shot from his rear and has missed and driven into the dead tank. Luckily, his expensive armor was able to block that shot in the rear by the Easy-8, and his expensive front armor was able to block the shot from the front, so he can return fire now in high roll, leaving this Su-12244 with 1 HP. A little face hugging, a little W key, and a little auto locking, and a little bit more bouncing, and it all works out. There he goes. Yes. There are now only 4 enemies left, and his expensive tracks and armor are now easily absorbing and bouncing all the APCR that the regular free tech tree Easy-8 can shoot at him. He was successfully using that strategy of pressing the W key and moving forward and auto-locking, but now for some reason he is reversing. I'm not sure what's going on here. He is reversing. Is it possible that he's forgotten the correct strategy to use with this tank? Well, let's just watch. He obviously has a plan. He is rounding the rock backwards using his rear armor. He has decided to... maybe he thinks he's capping, but he is in the wrong base. He can't cap his own base. And oh, look! He has now detected an M44 in the open. And oh, unfortunately, he stopped to aim, and that he will miss that shot. Surely, has he not learned anything? You must just move forward and use the auto aim. That's the correct strategy, but he decides to. He's being very, very tentative here, and is he going to stop and aim? Oh, he's going to stop and aim. A blunder here. He's going to stop and aim, I think. Yes, there he goes. He stops and aims, and that costs him 2 HP. The Easy-8 was able to shoot him in the rear with HE and do 2 HP damage. That stopping has hurt him badly, but I guess his strategy was to take the artillery out first, as he was the bigger threat, and now he can turn his attention to this Easy-8, this Tier 6 free American tank, who is smart enough now. He has switched to HE because his APCR was bouncing continuously. If he can hit this defender with HE and do 2 HP damage per shot, if he hits him 200 or 300 times, he can whittle his health down so that his teammates have a chance. Let's see what happens here. Oh, there's another artillery, the one that was driving around with his gun pointed in the air to make himself easy to spot. I'm not sure what he is doing, but the defender is now heading straight for him, and he's been hit. This time, the Easy-8 has switched strategy. He has loaded APCR and he has penetrated him, which has infuriated the defender. The defender is now going to drive straight up this incline and show his lower plate. What's going on here? He is completely surrounded. He's got an artillery behind him, an artillery on his right. He's got an Easy-8 in front of him. He's using the W key. The moving forward. He has rolled for 420. He has fallen off the cliff backwards. He's got his ass facing the Easy-8. Oh, this could all go wrong. The artillery is launching himself off the cliff and shoots him on the engine deck, but does not kill him. He takes the Easy-8 out with auto lock, even though his gun was not pointed at the Easy-8, and now he's still stunned. He's stunned and does not know what to do. He's never been in this position with this expensive tank before. He follows this M12, and even though his gun is not pointed at him, snaps him to death. Because as we all know how this game works, these Russian guns do not need to be pointed at you to be able to snap you to death, especially if they're expensive like this one. And now he is faced with one remaining enemy, the M40, M43. Where could he be? There's no chance that he could catch this enemy. He is much slower, and if that SPG propels himself somewhere safe and hides, this could be a draw. He could end this game with 10 kills and draw. Let's see, where could that M40, M43 be? Surely he is not in his last known position right up ahead behind this rock. Could he possibly be there? No, he's not there. This is going to last a little longer than we think. He's going to have to go find him. Oh, there he is! Snap! And as I said at the beginning of the video, sometimes in your Tier 8 Premium, you do end up as top tier, and you end up having a little bit of fun in this game. Let's recap what happened from the losing team's point of view, looking at the chat and an aerial point of view. Here we see the defender moving north towards the P-43 and the EZ-8. The EZ-8 is running away while the P-43 makes a stand. The two TDs are moving west through the Narrows in an effort to flank the defender, while the three artilleries sit hopelessly as far away from the enemy as possible, not realizing that there is a mountain in between them and the target. The EZ-8 is patiently waiting for his teammate in the P-43 to die before he makes his move, and the two TDs that traveled across the whole map together to get into the fight have now decided upon arriving to split up and engage the defender one at a time. Observing this, the dead Larsen C decides to type in chat some instructions for his team. "Run away," he types. Upon reading this, the three SPGs, who are hiding as far away as possible from the action with a mountain in between them and the enemy, are launched into action. They begin to surge forward together. Noticing that another one of his teammates is now engaging the defender, the EZ-8 runs away again, and the dead Larsen C now suggests, "Lure them to Arty," to which the EZ-8 replies, "Yes!" The three SPGs are unaware of this change in tactic and continue to surge forward. None of them are heading for J3 on the map, which would be a perfect location to launch shells at the defender while remaining undetected. The EZ-8 has now moved into a location where he has a good view of another one of his teammates dying, but no shots on the defender, and the M44 continues west and blunders into the water in plain view of the defender. Meanwhile, the other two SPGs, the M12 and the M40, M43, have propelled themselves into a new location which unfortunately still has a mountain in between them and the target. As the defender turns his attention south to quickly dispatch the hopeless M44, the EZ-8 is careful not to get involved and not to take any shots at the rear of the defender. The M40-43 stops to aim and is frustrated once again that there is a mountain between him and the target, as the EZ-8 runs away again, probably in an effort now to lure the defender towards the artillery. Unfortunately, the M12 is not aware of this plan and surges forward. He is driving around recklessly in the water with the barrel of his gun pointed straight in the air, so the defender has an easy time spotting him, as the M40, M43 finally gives up and has no idea where to go and just stops. The EZ-8 is now realizing that his plan to lure the defender towards his SPGs is not working out. In fact, the opposite has happened. The SPGs have been lured towards the defender. The EZ-8 has now abandoned the tactic which has enabled him to survive so long in this battle. He is not running away. He has decided that now that most of his teammates have died is the perfect time to turn around and face the defender. The M40, M43, who has spent most of this time with a mountain between him and the target, now has a clear shot and tells the EZ-8, "Fall back!" Unfortunately, all of his teammates are dead at this point, but the dead Larsen C types some encouragement for him in chat. "Make Arty great again," he says. The M40, M43 now realizes that he is the last player on his team that has a chance to at least draw this game. By using his speed to run away and hide, decides to just stop and let the defender shoot him.
So as you guys enjoy just checking out the post-game stats there, let me, in order to help you understand the video a little bit more, because some of you may be confused, I've taken the liberty of, I've got a couple of definitions here that I should read to you. Number one, irony. The expression of one's meaning by using language that normally signifies the opposite, typically for a humorous or emphatic effect. You got that? Consider that while you're contemplating what you just saw. And one more that I think is essential for you to understand, if you're confused. Sarcasm. The use of irony to mock or convey contempt. There you go.
And considering this game is played by mostly Russians, and
Here's
that's
something.
the largest part of the player base, I guess it's understandable why Tier 10 Soviet medium tanks, heavy tanks, and even light tanks might be good. But I wouldn't go as far as to say that there was any kind of Soviet bias, but I'm sure that a lot of you, with your tinfoil hats on, are going to let me know otherwise.
Well, all right. Hope you enjoyed that, guys. I'm going to go get a coffee. I'll catch you tomorrow. Time for me to head out.